close till I get up. Close time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no rest. Echoing around these walls, fighting to create a song. I don't wanna miss a beat. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
I'm walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Feel like a dynamite, ready to explode right up in the sky. I need you to listen, I need you to hear, and don't show.
All right, here we go.
I've been flying from town to town.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Stocked Up live stream. Hope we're all having a great morning. Lucid Motors is taking the cake this morning. My God, Lucid is on fire. Around $3 per share. They're up 31%. They were up a hell of a lot more than that. It was more like 62% at the high of the day. I saw they were up like 40% plus here recently. I mean, this move has been insane. So, what a run by Lucid Motors. For those of you that have not caught on to this one yet, they have some news with Uber today where they're teaming up on robo-taxis. That's right, Steve. Cake. Take the cake, baby. Lucid. TSM and chips. Yeah, TSM's really good also. They popped off. They had a good gap up on their earnings, which was nice. Up 3.3%. Pretty good PA so far. The thing with Lucid as a holder for 3 years, when it pops in pre-market, it gives it all back. That's funny. Let's see if it does it again. It's doing it already, Mason, so we'll see if it can sustain any type of real action or not. That's funny. They like to gap up and then fall. $3 is a pretty big resistance on Lucid, I gotta say. It lines up too perfectly, which kind of sucks. Right at the recent peak. You think Lucid's gonna keep going? Autumn said. I think that there could be a chance for a support bounce throughout the day, for sure. If it were to happen anywhere, we are on one right now. There is some support here at 285. Noted pre-market how we had a bounce there, and then even like right here, the candles got pretty strange. There was like a wick right there too. Pull up the watch list, of course. Open doors beating them out. 33% by open. Pretty insane. Open door. Stock's actually pretty wild. Of course, it all came in pre-market pretty much. Open door has been actually at the top of our watch list a lot recently. See, the past few trading days it has been crushing it. How much did they end up closing up yesterday? It was quite a big number, I believe. Like 40% plus. What'd you snag, Steve? Oh, never mind. I get it now. I thought you meant you snagged open door for a minute. I was like, whoa, you did? Oh, you actually did. For a second, I thought it was because you meant you took Autumn's number 2 crown. I thought that's what you meant at first. Go check Bank of America. Gotta check the banks again today. See how they're faring. BAC's turning over a bit here. It's a big move down by them. Pretty brutal, I guess, following the earnings. It could be a lot worse on the selling, I'll say. It's actually, these banks are holding up fairly well, considering that they're not moving. Yeah, he stole it. Back to the Lucid. Bouncing. Okay, it held 285 for now. It held 285. Okay. Very nice support there. Back above $3 as we speak now. That's nice to hear. How's that SPY moving? SPY action. SPY pulled back from the pre-market high. It's now testing 624.50 as support. This is a pretty big zone at 624.50. Yeah, Steve, I know what you mean. You know, everybody says that with Netflix. Even over the years, they've just been known to be very expensive on those. IMOL says BBAI is on the move. BBAI, Big Bear. We like that one here. 7.1%. Looking at the daily, Big Bear is coming back. I don't necessarily love the daily, though. I'm drinking Mountain Dew today. A bit different. Normally, I'm not drinking that in the morning, but we have water, too. Solid. BBAI. Love that. Well, intraday move here. The daily does freak me out, though. Let's go check on Netflix. You know, they report earnings tonight. What do you guys think? I think we're going to run up a poll on Netflix earnings for tonight. Let's start it up. Will Netflix be mostly positive? No. Will Netflix pop on earnings? Okay, here we go. Will Netflix pop on earnings or take a hit? You can vote for pop, drop, or go flat. We're looking for the move with earnings here for Netflix. I'm not asking you how you think the earnings report will be. I'm asking for the stock move. Everything's expensive. Dang, I might just have to watch today, Autumn says. She says Netflix needs a split so I can buy a lot. That's funny. If it made the options cheaper, that'd be sick. Such a fun stock. I wish more people could play. LUNR. Lunar. Intuitive Machines. Moving higher here. $12. Why are they popping off so much today? They got some news, or is it just normal PA? Let's check. LUNR. My miraculous GEV continues. Climbs higher even when the... He says, climbs higher, when will the madness end? Got it. Maddie GG. GEV. Gosh, I know this one looks nuts on the daily, yep. Insane. I do remember you coming back and talking about that one in the past, so... I got you there. Didn't know how high to have the music up. I'm trying to just get it just right. Vico said, can you change the music? This is the free non-copyright sounds music. Maybe we can find some other type of non-copyright sounds. Let's see. We'll do this one. This one says it's an EDM mix, but USB is flying, Tiger Wu said. US Bank? US Bancorp? Oh. And they dropped off a lot this morning and came back. Okay. Yeah, weird PA by them. It's a pretty big jump back here, 45.60. Yeah, what a recovery, I gotta say. I gotta give it to them. That does look pretty good. Nvidia getting some action back. 171 support bouncing today. There we go. That's some pretty great PA by Nvidia. MU's dropping hard, Mr. Wu said. I almost missed that one. Damn. Continued the sell-off. I know that they have been brutal lately. They fell way through 114.80 this morning, that's for sure. We've been looking at these guys to the downside over the past few days. It's been looking solid. How's your guys' morning going so far? We saw some nice messages about Lucid in the Discord. Anybody else catch some Lucid today? It was a big run. Don't forget to vote up in the poll. 20 votes right now. While you vote, hit the like. Vote up. Let's see what you guys think about Netflix. Will it pop? Will it drop? Or will it go flat on earnings? Going amazing. Like that. Clow said Jerome Powell is talking. Is that real? I think you're lying, Clow. I'm not saying you're wrong. Or you're trying to, but... I really didn't think he'd be talking today. Steve said, hopefully it's not stupid to hold on to those Lucid options. I like the support at 285. If that starts to break down, I'll be a little bit worried. Autumn says, bull. Weevil did have a good pre-market too. I didn't even see them though in pre-market myself. Let's go look at BMNR. Aw, darn. Down again today. They're testing pretty big support in the short term. We'll see if they can end up holding or not. This base is trying to hold up down here, but pretty crazy action by them. Lucid just announced a stock split. Ooh, was it a reverse split? Did they actually? I'm not even seeing the news there. Let's see. It would have to be a reverse split, right? Are you guys kidding? 10 for 1 reverse. Yep. Wow. There it is. There's the news. It actually came out a while ago. I didn't even see that news this morning. I saw the news of Uber. Wow, that's insane. So now with the jump, they're going to be like 30 a share. Yeah, that's brutal for Lucid shareholders. That sucks. That sucks. Steve, I believe the options will just simply reverse split too. No, you don't have to. You don't have to. As Lucid starts to go up here, man, if they go to 30 a share, that's going to be kind of nuts. Now, keep in mind, even though that they're 30 a share, like the company valuation and everything like that stays the same. So it's going to essentially just be the same company, just at a different price. So that's all. Now, I've seen this in the past. Trust me, plenty of times. Where a stock like this will reverse split. You know, it'll look like it's 30 a share. Now, if they start to go down again, let's say they fall from 30 down to 10 or something, then it's going to get really brutal. So hopefully after the reverse split, they can actually get some momentum going here. Maybe with this Uber stuff. That's very strange. I'm just very surprised that they did that. Yeah, that'd be funny, Mason. They need to start turning a profit. Yeah. They've got some issues to get through, that's for sure, but they are, you know, growing deliveries and stuff. I don't know how close they truly are to being profitable. Yo, check on Tesla here on the daily. Or sorry, the 5-minute. Bouncing off 320. Trying to hold that support here today. AES is moving. Yeah. They've had the Saudis for years, though, and they've done nothing but drop. They better get it going more. I guess if we think about it, it took Tesla a long time to get going. AES 1350. Sitting right around 1325 resistance. It's very close, Autumn. There could be some better PA coming in soon. How's Hood on the book map, my view asks? Hood. H-O-O-D. Let's see if we can pull it up. Oh my god, I have so many book maps open here. I gotta delete these, hang on. Maddie said, my lady wants me to start investing for her. She put 1K into the account. I have some choices of positions for her, but I'm curious to hear what you think. The lady wants you to put some money in to an account there. Here's Robinhood's book map. Looks like 105 has a lot. Lot stacked up here. I don't know if you're trying to go for things that would like interest her, Maddie, or are you just going for stuff that would like do well, right? Probably just stuff that does well, right? Because I know like a lot of the ladies. Now I'm not saying all of them, but like my fiance, for example, she likes it whenever she can invest in stuff that she knows, like Starbucks or something, or Disney. Now, granted, like I said, that might not always be the best thing to do. Starbucks has not been the best investment for her. Just kind of curious to hear what you're looking at there. Spy running. It is popping back. 620, 625 coming into play. Next resistance here. Very nice by the SPY on the recovery. Held 624.50 as support. Love it. I think that for her, the best thing to do is to go for an ETF, if I was to be honest. I think looking at something like SPLG would probably be amazing there. If SPLG pulls back, just average in. But this will pretty much follow the S&P 500, and as we know, it's been doing pretty well lately. Yeah, I would recommend SPLG myself or VOO, but SPLG I think will be better for you guys. Just given the price and everything, it won't look as daunting. Yeah, it's good, Maddie. I was just wondering, like what you had picked out or what you had in mind, maybe. Maybe you should get some Lucid for her. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. You know some that, now, these are a bit risky, I would say, here. But there's a couple that have been doing very well recently that really are catching my eyes. And it's the nuclear sector. It's stuff like SMR, Oklo, NEE. These things are on fire right now. Now, the thing is, they're a little high. Okay, they're getting to the point of being slightly overextended. But I do think that these are sectors that have the chance to really scale up over the next few years. Is the nuclear and energy sector like this. Like, look at NEE. NEE has been, like, down in the dumps recently, and, you know, they've been very flat. They're starting to actually recover back up in a pretty meaningful way here. And if they start to, like, break out above the top of this range, NEE could be a great possibility here in the short term. Like, let's say for a move from 75 up to like this next resistance of like 80. Now that's only like a 6% jump here on NEE, but pretty solid. And I think realistically you could hold these for longer term. But I really like these nuclear stocks here. Oklo, SMR, NEE, things like that. NEE, you know, does a lot more with like renewable energy, stuff like that. SMR actually makes small modular reactors, which is a big deal. These big data centers and things, they can essentially install these at their data centers and have like their own small nuclear reactors there, or small modular reactors, we'll say. That's why I really like them. I think they have the chance to really scale over time. It's a little daunting to buy in when it's high, but if you're okay with averaging in, not a bad way to go. Tesla bouncing off 320. Yeah, Steve says charge point. I'm surprised they haven't gone under. You know, whenever I was driving to Florida, I had a point in which there was like a charge point station. And I was like, what? And I looked, and it was that. It was hilarious. Charge point's also reverse splitting. They're doing a 1 for 20. Oh, no problem, Maddie. No problem. I'm sure people just like hearing it in general. Clow says Jerome Powell live. Look it up on YouTube. Just because it's on YouTube doesn't mean it's live. I gotta say. Just because it says that doesn't mean... I gotta see this.
Measuring and understanding what's happening in our very large and dynamic economy. And I hate to see us cutting back on that, because it is a real benefit to the general public that people in all kinds of jobs have the best possible understanding of what's happening in the economy and hence what's likely to happen. It's very hard to measure what's going on in the U.S. economy.
Yeah, this is fake.
There was a book.
Clow, don't... You're watching a fake stream, Clow. You got me? You didn't get me. I thought you were just messed up. Earlier, whenever you said that, I was like, what? He's not live. That's funny. Oh, I thought you meant like you got me. My bad. I thought it was funny if you did, if it was that. You could have rolled with that, actually, and it would have looked okay. Now that I think about it. That's hilarious. I thought you meant like you got me. Palantir, 150, 250 resistance. Palantir coming back alive here. That's pretty insane. They are still on the prowl. Wow, 150, 250. Here we go. New high of the day. New all-time highs, I believe. Should be. Wow.
Never ever find the right words, and there's no way this is real life. There's no telling you're the right girl, so I can.
Paruma says, what's the point of doing a reversal, like a reverse split? Usually whenever I see companies do that, Paruma, it's usually because their share price gets so low that they might have a chance of being like delisted or something of that nature. That's normally what I see with it. Lucid, I thought, was at a share price that they were okay. Maybe I'm wrong there, but I mainly see it to keep them from being like delisted.
I'm just going with the gut. Never had a doubt. Felt like this is just a must. Put me in perspective. I'm the
Normally, I always say if there's like a reverse split like that, it's terrible, and I normally would not touch that company. Lucid might be a rare exception where it has a bit more going on with it than some of the others that I normally see doing reverse splits, but still. Tesla moving down towards 320 support here. Down 0.3% on the day. Not bad, but it's nearing that key support from this morning. Might try to hold again. See if it can get some action there. Over to the SPY. Right at resistance. 626.20, 626.25. Coming up. This is the first big resistance that I've had on the way up today. If we can get through here, we'll pretty much be testing the highs, the all-time highs. Autumn, generally, because if they reverse split, generally what I've seen now, not every time, but I've seen and had situations of this where you'll have a company reverse split, but then after the reverse split, it still doesn't get anything going, right? And then it goes down again. And then it'll go down and do it again, and even reverse split a second time. It might take a year or 2, 3 years later, maybe, but sometimes that'll happen. Will it happen with Lucid? Maybe not, but generally reverse splits are considered to be pretty bad. Pretty bad. Of course, like if you're trading at like $2 a share, maybe that's also scary, you know? I mean, maybe they're just trying to get their share price up. It makes it seem less like a penny stock. I don't know, that's one thing. That's another big deal there. Reverse split, go to 300. Optimism. They could. Sorry, I was reading you guys. Didn't the Saudis buy a majority stake of Lucid? Yeah, they did that. They've been actually investing in Lucid for a long time, Steve. They've been actually invested in there for a long time. Let me get you the date. Let's see. When did Saudi Arabia start investing in Lucid? It's like 2018, I believe. Yeah, September 2018, signed an investment agreement to do $1 billion to support the launch of Lucid Air and build production capacity in Arizona. That was in 2018. Of course, they've done more than that. It says they hold about 60% of Lucid's common stock. Wow. Good morning, Amit. Good morning, good morning. Yeah. It's probably best to go for something else, Steve, that's more stable, for being honest. Back to the SPY. Still rejecting at resistance. Mason said, I think when it looks like less than a penny stock, people might see it better mentally. Yes, I agree. I think that's a big deal there, I think, with this as well. I mean, they could be doing this for a ton of reasons. You know, it could even help increase their EPS. You know, it could even do like reducing their share count could like make their EPS like look better on paper. Of course, index requirements. The perception of share price with the penny stocks. They could even be positioning themselves for strategic reasons, like raising capital in the future. Maybe it might make it easier to do that. Acquisitions, partnerships, stuff like that could maybe help. But generally, it's a signal of issues. SoFi still doing good long-term investment. Let's see, my views. You said it's still doing good. You're liking SoFi? I know it's been coming back extremely well. Yes. Love SoFi here, my views. Awesome. Nice grab. Continues to pop off. Going pretty much straight up right now. Ahmad said they opened Lucid manufacture here in Saudi. The government invested a lot in Lucid. Yeah, they did. MP's moving, Zach said. No way, MP Materials. Come on. MP coming up from open. Almost back to break even on the day. They started pulling back really hard yesterday. Go check out Tesla here. They got to 324.50 this morning. There's a big resistance around 325. It'd be nice for him to get some action going. SPY 626. Looks like it really wants to try breaking out here. It's trying. Come on, SPY, let's get it done. See if you can get through this resistance. It's setting up pretty well here, I'd say, for a really good test. It's a hard level to break. Look at the green arrow on the left side of the screen. This is where that resistance really came into play. The song's wild. Care said SPY is flying. Steve said, honestly, is Open Door not a good buy for the long term? Let's look at Open Door. Coming back up, it's at $1.85 here. Personally, I would say no, based off what I'm seeing at the moment. Now, I have not done a deep dive into this company at all, so... But based off the wild action here, I gotta say no. It's a little crazy. Maybe once we see it play out a little bit more, maybe it becomes a bit more stabilized, then maybe we could see something with it, but... I don't love the action here by Open Door. I like the short-term PA, don't get me wrong on that. But for a true long-term investment, maybe something that you take a stab at, you know. Definitely seems more of like a super high risk. One SPY break, 626.31. It should go to the previous day high pretty easily. This is a big level. That's what I was thinking, you know, once we broke this level, I think that the all-time high could start to test pretty easily. Personally, at least close to the all-time high. It got you second thinking? Yeah. Close the effing door, Mason said. If you're Powell, it's bad. I still can't believe that Powell said that. And it got caught on mic. It'd be funny if Trump said something like that. He said he said something about that, like close the door in like a tweet or a Truth social post. He'll say, Powell needs to quit talking about closing doors and more about cutting rates. It would be kind of funny if Trump posted like a compilation video of all of Powell's blunders. Now, most blunders he has aren't really that bad. But the short float. That's probably why it's popping off right now, Steve. But for the long term, I don't know. That's not what we want to rely on. Oh yeah, Saul, that was the big news early on today. That's the big reason why they really popped, Saul. In my opinion. Sorry if you just joined up, Saul. We've been hitting on that one all morning. You've been talking about Joby on the videos. Do you think it'll be better than ACHR, Archer Aviation? I personally think that Joby will be a bit better. Whenever I look at Archer, I don't like the stock as much, but they both look and they both seem to be doing pretty well. But I personally like Joby a bit more, but honestly, both could be really good in the short term. And both could end up being pretty good investments. I mean, they both look very nice. Joby has a lot more explosiveness right now, if I had to pick. Gosh, even just from like the end of June to now, it's up 90%. My gosh. Joby. Can you do SPY on the book map? I guess so. Here it is. Looks like some sellers stacked up around 627. It's only like 6,000 shares though, so it's really like not very much. Volume in the moment could wipe that out pretty easily, I'd say. But they are there. 627. There's a lot mixed in on the way up to 628. Sometimes, Amit, there might just not be as much hype with a certain company, or let's say Archer was valued higher and Joby was valued lower. You know, maybe they're catching up a bit on that side of things. I have not totally checked in, but there's a lot of reasons as of why that could happen. Now, like, Archer could be the better company, but let's say that Joby has higher percentage gains over the next 5 years. It doesn't necessarily mean that your business is the best. Like Intel is a great business, you know, like if we're being honest, like, you know, Intel's not that bad, but their stock is. They've been growing pretty well over the years. It's just, now, maybe things have slowed down recently, but, you know, they're not even past their 2001 levels yet at Intel. ACHR partnering with the Olympics. That'll be fun. Archer. It'll be fun to compare these and see how they do. See which one did better. But it's a good debate. Good debate here. Both are just in such early stages. It's difficult there. What's going first? 625.60 support or 620 resistance? That's a good question. I see what you mean. It's definitely stuck in that range. If I add another drawing here. Big level from pre-market. That's the $1 million question, isn't it, Mason? Intel shares is not bad, but options, hell no, Imad said. Pew Pew shoots their fireworks show next month. You're excited, really? You're going to be doing it to this song? Nice. I remember you talking about that, of course, in the past. Oh, you shot it already. I see. Pew Pew, did you see that there's a ticker symbol called Pew? I don't know if you saw this one or not. Holy shit, what happened to Pew? Guys, what happened? Wow. Pew sucks. It does suck. Grab a gun. I know, it's so weird. What a weird mover here. Tesla pulling back slightly. Make sure you're voting up in the poll. Man, Tesla, every time they try to get a run going lately, they pull back on you. Yeah, that's the ticker. Yeah, it's Pew. P-E-W for grab a gun. Pretty funny. Palantir kept going. New all-time highs. They did turn over here over the past minute, but man, that continuation was great since the last time that we checked on them this morning. BBAI, very consistent. Wow, Saul. Saul's crushing it on a swing play with BBAI. Is SoFi at resistance? Xavier's asking. Yes. Well, I remember they were pretty close. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, the previous high here was at 21.85. They're pretty much testing that right now. TMF is gonna moon. $20-year Treasury Bull 3x shares. You looking for TLT to pop? That would mean that we would see US 30Y start to fall, essentially. US 20Y, US 10Y. We'd start to see these yields drop down a little bit. Curious what you're thinking there, Steve. We are about to get into like a rate cutting cycle if things go to plan. Look at the date that I'm highlighting here. This date that I'm highlighting right here could be Jerome Powell's last interest rate decision. April 29th, 2026. Jerome Powell's term ends in the middle of May. September's chance for a rate cut's pretty high, 56%. I've been seeing that for a while. They're pricing in 2 cuts this year. Autumn says, bye, Jerome. And we say, bye-bye. Yeah. It's a good thesis, Steve. It's a really good thesis, actually. I think it's actually so good that it's very underrated, actually, I gotta say. What do you think of Rigetti at 21? Possible. Yesterday it did very good, Ahmad said. Let's see, Rigetti. 21. Where is it at now? 21. I don't know. We've popped from like 13 up to 16. That's a pretty good like 3-point move. 21 is like the recent high. It looks like it wants to try at least to fill the gap up to like 1750 or 18. That looks huge there. 1750 to 18.
When you want to get off the darkest ground, the gravity pulls
Elton said, why did SPY just take a massive dump? Was it massive or is it just an intraday pullback? Could be considered just a pullback. Let's check some news. I didn't initially see anything, but... Not seeing much here. Powell did, or Powell. Trump just talked about Powell, though, on Truth. I guess I'll pull that up. Oh, my God. They're making me sign in. That's dumb. It used to let me on here without signing in. They must have updated it. Man, he just tweeted a whole bunch of stuff. There it is. Too late. Great numbers just out. Lower the rate, DJT. SPY did start dumping at 10:15. Let's see what numbers that they're talking about here. Retail inventories. Maybe he means the jobless claims this morning. Tough to say which ones he's referencing, but... Too spicy, so I had to sign in. What do you use for news? Dollar said. I love this Thinkorswim news tab. I think this one's really good. But I use a whole bunch of things. I have a big Twitter lineup. I have the Thinkorswim news. We have the breaking news tab in our Discord. I like using Stock Labs. They have some news on their website.
Cross out the ones who heard my cries and watched me weep.
Powell value will be realized more once he's not in the role anymore, my view said. I like him. That will probably be the case, funny enough. People are going to sleep on JP. Yeah, I really like Stock Labs, though, Dollar. Man, SPY could not get through that resistance, unfortunately. Dumped off there. Let's go check the Mag 7 setup. Looks like NVIDIA's doing okay. They're holding their ground well. Amazon looks kind of brutal. Meta looks kind of brutal. Apple looks kind of brutal. But Google, Microsoft, NVIDIA holding up better. Kind of mixed here across the bigger tech stocks. Yeah, Stock Labs is pretty good, Dollar. It just, if it says you have to pay, just refresh it. That's all. Just refresh the page. Google. V-shaped recovery. See you later, Steve. Have a good one. Thanks for joining up today. Have fun with Lucid. How do you find TradingView's free version? You can't really trade options on TradingView. You have to have like a broker connected. I love TradingView, but it's not really like a brokerage. It's just a platform to see stock data or crypto or, you know, things of that nature. Oh, you connect your interactive brokers to it. I got you. Yeah, I don't know how to... I don't do that myself, Dollar. I just use interactive brokers themselves. I've heard of a lot of issues, like where there could be like delay there or things of that nature, which obviously I don't want to deal with. Check on Ford and General Motors today, while Lucid consolidates. Ford actually fell off a little bit. GM attempting to make a run. How about Visa and MasterCard? V on the daily. I've been watching these guys a little bit as they dip. Watching to see if they try to come up off of this dip here in the short term. Wow, that's pretty crazy, my views. Ahmed says, does Dogecoin have some growth potential in the short term? I think that there's possibility with Doge. We look at the daily, it's starting to recover up in a great way. Crypto's getting some hype, and it's actually in a really good spot. I believe it's even on a trend. Let's see. It is. It's even on like a perfect trend here. This actually looks pretty awesome here. Amit. I love the setup. It's 35 cents a coin, a bit risky, I'd say, with that, but overall, pretty good. All right, guys, it's time for a quick intermission. Protein shake time. Go check on the daughter and everything like that. We're going to throw up the Mag 7 setup. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Destroy that like for me. While I'm gone, destroy the like and sub, but also let me know in the chat what stocks you are watching. Do the rundown whenever we get back.
Find your way back home. Don't let me drown. Don't let me drown. Don't let me drown.
All right. Sorry about that. Quick intermission. How we doing here? Autumn said Steve left me his crown. Yeah, you're number one now. That's hilarious. Microsoft recovered up pretty well here. 511.23. Wow, Nvidia looks like it wants to try to climb up too. The SPY, unfortunately, is actually selling down right now. SPY. Wow, that is pretty brutal. 626.30 rejecting. SPY just having a lot of problems here. How many you know that you know? How many know that now you close your SPX options positions even in after hours and pre-market? You can, right, my views? You don't have to, though. Obviously. Is this some shenanigans or what? SPY pumping hard for a minute there, Autumn said. It is shenanigans. It's market volatility. Looking at the SPY right now, it's having a lot of trouble here. I'd be a little bit worried. It looks more bearish now with this recent hit at 625.60. That's kind of brutal to see a move like that. There's a lot of chop here at this resistance. SPY could chop around here for a while before getting through. Hell, it could even take till tomorrow to get through. Could. I mean, we're only an hour in though, so. I don't know if any other options can be closed in after hours. You can close like SPY options and stuff like 15 minutes into after hours, but that's it. There's select ones that you can do 15 minutes after. RGTI, QUBT, serve, Lunar on fire. Serve 1.57%. Pretty dang good. Turn on some retro. Yeah, the way that the market gaps up and gaps down is actually pretty insane. There used to be a stat, I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was something that like, if you were trading, let's say over a period of time and you, or like, let's just say you were investing, if you missed like a lot of the gap ups, you would only, I don't know, like you would have made like 5% instead of 20% or something. You know, there was like a huge discrepancy like if you missed the gaps. Looking at Tessie here, 320, nice support. Still holding up intraday. If that gives out, you could maybe try to short Tesla down below there. Wouldn't be terrible. Appreciate the 30 likes today. Got up there pretty good. Gotcha, my views. Let's check Lunar. They mentioned Lunar a minute ago. Perez did. It's up 5%, trying to hold its ground intraday. Maybe dip buy opportunity. Could be. Trying to hold this base. Coming back pretty well. Check Boeing here. Straddling support. Looks like it's going to give out. If it does, I think there could be a good shorting opportunity there even. Below 229.23. I heard about that, James. Lunar going to the moon. I had heard that before. I'm going to show you guys what Intuitive Machines does. Make like advanced satellites, things of that nature. Check this out. It's pretty cool. Let's go do this on the moon. That'd be cool. They have a bunch of news that is constantly coming through. Ooh, Autumn said, anybody betting on the fight? Who's fighting? Max Holloway versus... Oh, it's this one, the BMF. I'm a big Poirier fan. So I'm probably going to go Poirier if I had to pick. I would say that that Vegas is going with Poirier myself. Let me check the odds. Holloway can be a bad man, though. He could. They do have Holloway favored a little bit. It says, will the fight go the distance? I definitely think that this fight will not go the distance. Someone's getting KO'd in this fight. I think I'm going to pick no on that it will not go the distance. I don't think there's any way. Max is 100% going to win, Mason said. I don't know. They both have like the exact same like records. It's like plus 350 to do max by KO. PDD is next. Hey, PDD, nice. I've been liking the China stock action in the short term. Stuff like PDD, BABA, CWEB. Oh, big money play. CWEB looks like it wants to take off. I don't think so, Val. I love watching the UFC. I'm not like super technical with how good they are or anything. I've watched Poirier and Holloway fight a lot, though. A lot of people. Both. Holloway sometimes is insane how he'll take punches. So Holloway's 0-2 versus Poirier. Uh-oh. Wow. That's kind of brutal. Any other good fights here? I don't love these other fights either, really. I'm glad you said something. I might have forgot, honestly. I'm sure I would have heard about it in the off-topic channel, though. At some point. Powell versus Trump in the ring. Now, that might actually be a good one. Who do you think would win, guys? Let's be serious here for a minute. Because this is the most serious topic we could talk about today. Seriously. Will Trump beat Powell in a cage match? I don't know. Autumn says Trump. He took a bullet to the ear, Elton said. Wrong weight class. It depends how slow DJT is. Powell's a lot younger, right? Powell is 72. Trump is pushing 80. Trump is 79. I feel like with Trump, if you just like kicked him in the leg, he'd fall over. If I'm being honest. Powell seems like a guy that goes and like rides bikes or something. Biden rides bikes. Well, he tries. He only did that for the media. Could you imagine Mason with training wheels? Holy shit. QQQ above 560, seeing a lot of good action out of the NASDAQ. The SPY still can't get through resistance, but QQQ's getting them. I'm actually thinking about that, Mason. Like, for old people, like, that's actually not that bad. Like, you know, if they can't get on a bike regularly, I don't think it'd be too bad to get a little training wheels on there. Ooh. Mason said every kid in the neighborhood has an e-bike now. Probably bought off Amazon Prime Day. No, I know what you're talking about. I've seen those everywhere now. My views. Amazon trying to come up off the dip here. They pulled back over the past couple of trading days, trying to get some recovery. Don't love the way it's moving at the moment. Same with the SPY. Very slow and having trouble at resistance. Apple's also trying to come up off their dip. All right. Gonna have to go back to like MP. Some of these growth stocks that are actually moving today. Maybe Lucid. Lucid holding its ground well, guys. Lucid held intraday support at 285. Nice. They're actually testing their highs from open. You too, my views. You too. See you later. Ideal says ARM is on fire. ARM, I'm kind of surprised there. Oh, wow. Yeah, they dipped and really came back. What's up with that? See the daily. They are recovering on the daily pretty well. Looks pretty strong. You like Pepsi? With their earnings today, Pep did do pretty well on earnings. Popped up by 10 bucks. Let me go check out the calls and the puts on Pep. The calls that expire tomorrow did pretty good. As long as you didn't go too far out of the money, but... yeah, they did pretty good. I was curious there. Pepsi's actually been dying recently, but they've been looking really strong up off of this dip. Always risky to play earnings, though. Granted, it's the after move now, so... a lot better. You grab a drink of water. Give me 1 sec. That's some high quality H2O right there. How's silver doing today? A lot better. Silver trying to hold this $34 base. Might be a good dip buy opportunity over the next few days up off of this support. Possibly back towards 35 plus. Looks pretty good. Whoa, ideal. I like throwing the tickers out. That's a lot, though. TPR? think I've ever heard of this one. Tapestry. Oh, I know I have. It's just been a long time. Wow, Tapestry. ALAB pumping. You like BYDDY? Yeah, BYD. I believe the biggest EV manufacturer in China. Actually looks really good coming up off this. They have a split. Not a reverse split, a regular split, a 6-for-1. I kind of like BYDDY here on this dip before the split. These EV companies can always be a little risky, but they are pretty good in China. Mondelez is popping, Mark and Heather says. MDLZ. Okay. They've been stuck for a long... They have earnings coming up soon. They've been stuck here for a long time. They might actually try to get up and out of this range finally. That would be perfect. HAS is on fire too. Hasbro. Yeah, very nice setup. Nice and consistent on the daily. Yeah, I agree. It kind of is coiling right here for a larger pop in my eyes. Maybe like a breakout to 80 plus sometime soon. Like that one. Lots of stocks moving here in the short term. This is why it's important to have solid long-term accounts and take advantage of this overall movement. I know it's not as fun to get in on the slower action, but it can be a lot more consistent as time goes forward. Shoe is up about 6% today. SHOO. Steve Madden. Women's shoes. Remember, we had that big money trade from July 2nd on this one. It hasn't been going the best so far, but today with the comeback, it's looking a lot better. It might take a little bit of time to get up and out of this range, but if we could get some action here and get through resistance, Shoe will be on fire. They had the 25 strike calls for September 19th, 2025. I still think it's a good play to possibly enter here. Gravy pulled back. GRVY. Gravity. Gravy. Definitely looked like a good gravy ticker, but Gravity, we'll take it. They're actually pulling back quite a bit. Yeah, no kidding. Oh. Reality Income REIT. Pulling back a little bit. Thing's been in downfall for a little while. Oh, can have some crazy runs when it trends, though. Right now, unfortunately, the trend is down. WFRD, Perez said. Weatherford International. I like this one. Pretty consistent action today coming up off the dip. They might start dipping right here for the next few minutes, but eye it up for a possible dip buy. Could be nice. Nebius. holding its ground. Nothing too crazy today. Nebius can have some insane runs. It does seem like it's kind of coiling here for a move, though. Strange setup this morning. Symbiotic. Holy SYM. Another one of those growth stocks that's just parabolic at the moment. That's some insane price action there. INOD beast mode. Innodata. Mark said, any thoughts on APLD for the long term? Applied Digital, I love the way that they're moving right now. This could end up being an awesome longer term play. I just have to say this. If you do get into Applied, just realize that it's a bit of a risky stock. It's had a lot of up and down action, so you just have to be ready to average in. If it does pull back, like let's say to fill the gap to like $7, will that kill you? Because if so, then I wouldn't enter this one. I think that there could be chances of pullbacks as drastic as that, if not even like worse, but overall pretty good. SPY broke resistance. It did finally. Wow. There we go. 626.25 is broken. There we go. All-time high is in focus now. The all-time high is up around 628. I'd say that there's a little bit of resistance around 627. There are some sellers stacked on Bookmap, I believe. Yep, 627 on the Bookmap. What a good move by SPY. Immediate red candle after the break, but if it holds this as support now, it'd be okay. Yeah, I really like $627. 627 there. Oxy Pop, hats off to Warren. Warren Buffett. Starting to move a little bit. Occidental Petroleum. NEGG is crazy, crazy chart. A lot of up and down PA today for NEGG. 10%. You're right, though. Lately, this thing has been insane. Wow. Very insane. It's trying to form a base, maybe come up off the dip here, but what a weird setup. PAAS, Rick says. Ideal said PAAS earlier. Pan American Silver, down a little bit here. Rick said time to buy. Looking at the daily, dipping pretty good. I don't know, kind of rough. SLV is holding its ground better than PAAS. Oh, those are all you, Perez? I gotcha. Are you serious? That's funny. If so... Vote up in the poll. Will Netflix pop on their earnings tonight, or will they take a hit? It looks like the majority of people voted for pop by a lot, 62%. Get those votes in, though. I want to try to get to as many votes as possible. We're at 61 right now. Let's see if we can get to like 70 or 80 votes in that poll. Will Netflix pop or drop? They report tonight. Interactive Brokers reports tonight too. But we don't look at stuff like that usually. Netflix and After Hours. Gotta get them likes up. Appreciate it. Sitting at 41 likes right now. Quite a bit, actually. GXLY. GLXY maybe is what you meant. 2550 trying to break out here. I just said pop for Netflix because I enjoy watching Tires, Xavier said. No way, I love Tires. Yeah, Xavier. I love that show. Me and the fiance watch it. We're about halfway through this season right now. Maybe a little bit more than halfway. I like it so much. The problem is that like we're almost done already again, and then now we gotta wait like 2 years. It sucks. I hope that they can get the seasons going quicker. Why all quantum making a run and GRRR's falling? GRRRR. Galaxy looked good. Gorilla Technology. So the other quantums are going to QUBT, QBTS. Yeah, they must not be. Let's go look at GRRR and look at like the daily compared to like QUBT. See like how often they really move together. Because it looks like GRRRR just sits here and kind of just has a lot of flatness, right? If we go to like QBTS, it's had a lot better action. Same thing with QUBT. So I'm not necessarily looking at them to move together myself. It looks like GRRR has more of a mind of its own. And unfortunately, its mind is a little bit more screwed up than the other ones. Lucid up, Imad said. I love that Lucid play. Man, Lucid's still going. 3.25. Steve. Autumn, text Steve and tell him that to check Lucid if he's busy. Be like, Steve, you're going to want to check Lucid. Lucid to $7 easy. Ooh. We'll just wait till it splits. It'll be there. It'll be at 20 or something, I think we said. No, 30, sorry. It's a 1 for 10. Kidding, of course. It really will reverse split, but of course the price, it's not like you'll be winning. Tesla trying to get higher here. SPY made that breakout. Now it's really trying to hold 620, 625 support. This is a big level here for the SPY. Huge. Ahmad bought Lucid shares. Now they're up 18%. Nice. Nice. That's beautiful. Beautiful there. It's extremely volatile. And with it being such a low price, you can definitely catch some really good runs on it. Like, pretty insane. Just make sure to keep your risks tight. Don't want to get caught. Any pullbacks that are too crazy. Crushing it, Lucid. 3.27. That's what we want to see. All right, we're going to end the poll there. Looks like 61% voted. Or sorry, 60%. It must have changed at the end. Voted for Pop. Go Flat came in second at 20% and Drop in third at 18%. 64 votes. Quite a bit of votes for a poll like this. But we're probably going to call the stream there too. Great action by Lucid. Like the way that SPY's trying to hold support. As long as it can keep holding this level, that'd be a good sign. If it starts to break down under here though, things could get a bit more brutal in my eyes. Hopefully we just hold this though, because I don't want to start chopping around down in this range again. I definitely don't want to see that. Rather play Roku. Roku can have some good movement. I don't blame you. TMC, the metals company. I know, right, Carl? Votes, but no likes. How dare you? How dare those guys?
How dare you?
We're pulling Greta out here. Just make sure to keep your wrist tight in the short term, guys. Continue to use stop losses. Do things that will help you out in the long term. Do not, do not get emotional and just say like, oh my God, Lucid's popping, I'm going to go in and blow up your account or anything crazy like that. Be wary. Understand the risk. Do not over leverage. Gotta have some type of stop loss, some type of area to stop out on. Hope everybody has a great rest of your Thursday, though. If you're not yet in the trading floor, we still have code Big Money going on. Check out the link that I'm sending in the chat and use code Big Money at checkout for $100 off the yearly subscription. Pretty badass. Code Big Money. Save yourself $100 there. Other than that, walk away profitable today. Don't give anything back. And let's go. Have a great one.